Hey there, Moose fans. Lone Moose here. How are we doing? It's about the end of August, last weekend of August here. An extremely muggy, hot, humid, nasty, South Texas weekend. It's been a while since I've done a holster review on a craft holster. So that's what I'm going to be doing right now. I had been communicating with my buddy Al at Craft, and I had originally asked him if he could just send me the new holster portion for their Alaskan Chest Holster rig, because if you remember from my previous video on that, it's basically a matter of, disconnecting 3 points on the old one and plugging the new one right back in those. And so you can have, with the chest holster rig itself, you can have interchangeable holsters. And I really like that concept. It's kind of like a lot of the alien gear stuff, where you have, it's modular and interchangeable. But Al said, well, rather than do that, why don't we just send you a whole brand new one, the whole unit. Like, oh, okay, if that's what you want to do. I was just trying to be nice to them, because they do send me these holsters. Truth in advertising, I do not pay for them. And then I do an honest review of it and post it on YouTube, and I keep the holster for my own personal use. So my question to Al had been, would it get here in time for my trip to Alaska? Well, I will be in Alaska, my first week in Alaska, 3 weeks from today, so it made it. So what I'm going to do is do a review of the new Alaska chest holster for my Colt King Cobra 357 Magnum. Now, before I get into that, anybody notice anything different in my last couple of videos? If you do, put it down in the comments and we'll see if you're right. Watch this video and I'll tell you at the end. But something's different. And no, it's not just what's popping up on my computer screen back here, although that whole new computer rig is new, but that's not what I'm talking about. So let me get the camera situated here where you can see the whole holster upon me, and then we'll get it down on the desk and look at all the fine details. Alright, I am actually wearing the holster right now. This is my Colt King Cobra. I'll show y'all. It is unloaded. There's no round in the chamber. So, no danger of anyone getting hurt here. Actually, this came right out of the bag. I've made no adjustments to it whatsoever. And as far as the feel of it, the overall feels very good. In fact, I'm going to take it to Alaska just as is, make no adjustments to it. One thing, if I can get up here close enough and not getting too much shadow, is for the revolvers, it basically has a segment here. And if you remember from the 45 chest holster rig of mine for the Springfield XDM, it had a magazine pouch that snapped on and off with 4 snaps. Well, for a 6-shot revolver, I have 6 spare rounds. Now that's nice. It's always good to be able to carry some more with you. One suggestion I would make to the craft folks, and Al, please run this up the line to your folks at your leadership, is see if they can get their manufacturer to build them a double speed loader case here. Okay, that would make a lot more sense from a user perspective for me, because I use speed loaders for my revolver, and it reloads much faster than 1 round at a time. So that would be a preference for me, if you could have them do that. And this also has the same 4 snaps right here. Snap on, snap off. Boom. The overall fit of the holster, turn around and let you see the back of it, is good. Now, like I said, I had made no adjustments to this at all. And where it's setting right now, it's right below my diaphragm. And so, it's a little snug. So it's compressing my, old man fat belly just a little bit. But what that's also doing is keeping the holster from riding up. So if I want to draw, snap it, boom. Okay? Unlike the 45 where it rose up, and the same thing with my other two chest holsters that I have from Gunfighter and also from Alien Gear, those also ride up. This one does not. So it's a matter of unsnap, pull. See how easy that came? I have not used their break-in kit for this, nothing. This is exactly how it came out of the bag. It's a little loose. I can live with a little loose compared to way too tight. Again, just a couple or another suggestion I would make. You see how this is down here and I have to reach down, get that hand out of the way so you don't think I'm holding the holster down. Okay, so reach down and pull it and then draw. If this were solid and sewn in here on the front with a thumb break up here where I could use my thumb to break the snap and pull, again, would be more effective, I think. Again, Al and your leadership, this is just the world according to Bill, and I'm the only one who lives in my happy little world. But things that if I were going to build one of these that I would consider doing as far as a modification goes. But otherwise, I can't wait to get this up there and walk around, show it its new home up in Alaska. So let me take this off and we'll come over here at the desk and sit down and take a look at the fine details of the craftsmanship. So I'll be back with you in just a second. Okay, so let's take a look at some of the craftsmanship. Again, I've got the pistol in here right now. So let me remove this. And let me go ahead and pull the magazine pouch out. And so we can take a little closer look at that, if it will focus for me. Not sure why it's not focusing. This is kind of hard to do because I'm not out in my shop outside. So let me get around here so maybe I can see. Okay, you can see again, top quality stitching all the way around. These are kind of elastic. And they hold the bullets. If it will show up here, the sewing around the elastic goes down, over, up, over in that pattern. You look on the back side, you can't even hardly tell. Right there is where it starts and ends. Right there. Okay, the snaps are good. On the edges, you see how it's got that kind of a shiny black area? That's called burnishing. They use a black dye and then they polish it to give it a shiny look. They also put a sealer over the leather itself to give it that look. So that part, A-okay. The holster itself, let me get these bullets out of the way so they don't go rolling all around when I'm doing things. Alright. Zoom back out a little bit. Now if you remember, I said at the intro that you can interchange these holsters. Because basically this strap, and I showed you how that could be done on the one for the Springfield. If you want to check that video out, I'll put a link below. How I changed out the wrong holster for the right one on that. Basically you just change these three pieces. Well, these two really. This one has already got the snap on it, and that's what snaps into the back piece back here that holds it around the old man fat belly. But again, when you look at the quality of the stitching on here, let me zoom it in some. And as I've mentioned in some of my videos, I'm getting back into leather work myself. So now I'm really, as the more I'm studying this, I can give you an even better take on it. But see how you've got a double row of stitching here that actually holds the form part of the holster. And then the outer section that just gives you your overall shape to it. If you did it this way, it would look weird and probably feel weird. So almost every holster has got this wider side right here. Stitching goes up and over, starts and ends right here. Again, I think you can see the burnishing here and getting a little bit of reflection, so you can see just how polished that is where these come together. If you look at it from this side right here, this out of the way, where the holster comes in, again you've got smooth sided leather inside. There we go. The connections, for where this strap connects on the inside is recessed down into the leather so it doesn't scar your pistol. Back this back out again a little bit. There it goes. A little bit too close there. When the pistol itself is sitting in here, and I have another holster for this one that I bought off the internet just to have if I wanted to ride with it. But you see how okay, there, the end of the barrel actually sits back inside, and that's what you want. This other cheap holster that I bought while I was waiting on this one, the pistol actually extends about 3/8 of an inch below the holster. Okay, that's not a good thing. So again, kudos to Craft. It's got a real nice little touch here with the grooves. Gives it just a classy look. I mean, y'all know I favor leather. So Kydex is great. Leather is better in my opinion. Love the feel of it. Again, it's kind of an old man thing, I guess, but the smell of leather, the smoothness, the texture, it just feels manly, if you will. I hate to say it that way, but it just feels manly. It gives you that ruggedness. And since I'm wanting to be living up in Alaska, that's kind of a more rugged lifestyle than, walking around your local mall or Walmart or down here HEB shopping center, whatever. You wouldn't carry this kind of a holster in those settings. This is an outdoorsman's holster, period. And they call it the Alaskan Chest Holster. That's really the style. Several people make it, and I've got ones from 3 different manufacturers. Craft is far and above my favorite. So let me get this put away and I'll do a quick little wrap up. Folks, this is that other holster I was telling you about. It's not from Craft, but I bought it. Just kind of a cheap holster, left-handed, even though I'm right-handed, but at least that way I can have it accessible to me when I'm riding on the bike. And I was talking about the thumb brake that I think I would recommend for Craft to, make a change in their production model, so that all you have to do is take your thumb, push against here, then you can draw. Okay? This portion is actually part of the front half of the holster's leather, and this piece is built as part of the back there with the snap. The other thing that I didn't like about this holster, and where Craft really excelled, is right here. Okay, this is a 4 1/4 inch barrel on here, and Craft did a good job of making sure the holster was long enough to completely cover the end of the barrel. This holster doesn't, and I don't like having my front sight exposed like that. Even though it's a stainless steel, it's beside the point. The entirety of the barrel should be covered in the shroud of the holster. So Craft, you guys did great on that, but I really wish you would look at doing something like this for the release mechanism for your Alaskan chest holster. Well, folks, what'd you think? I mean, I'm impressed with the holster. In fact, I like that one even a little better than I do the one for my Springfield XDM 45 full-sized. So, great holster, great company. I'll be emailing Al when I post this to YouTube tonight or tomorrow. Tomorrow will be August 30th. And so there will be a 10% discount if you go to www.craftholsters.com and you go to checkout. Use the discount code LoneMoose10. That will get you 10% off of any holster you buy or belt, whatever they've got on their website that you might like. LoneMoose10. It's good for 30 days from the date it posts. So essentially till the end of September. In fact, when I email Al, I'll ask him to have his folks make it through September 30th. That way it's really easy. That's a lot of fun making these videos for you guys. Please hit the like and subscribe. If you hit the notify bell down below, then you'll know when I post new videos. As I keep saying in these videos, this is a partnership. I do this to share what little bit of knowledge I've got about things or let you know about some products I found that really worked for me. In turn, I rely on your comments to let me know, do you like this? Is there other things you'd like me to look at? Is there anything look on the craft website, see if there's anything else you'd like me to check out and do a review video on. So, or anything, my barbecuing, my motorcycle rides, whatever. Give me your suggestions. I can't make videos for you that'll catch your eye if I don't know what it is that you like. So, as I mentioned earlier in the video, 3 weeks from now I'll be in Alaska. I'll be taking all my gear up with me and hope to post a few videos while I'm up there. And I ask everyone a question at the beginning. And did you put your thoughts down in the comments? Because I told you something's new, something's different. What's different? I got eyes again. I finally got those droopy eyelids fixed. They didn't fix the bags under my eyes. That just goes with being old. But my vision is much, much better. And as the day drags on, the eyelids don't droop down and, obstruct my field of view. So that's really a good thing. So, big salute out to my VA eye surgeon. She did a really great job. But in the meantime, again, as I said, please hit the like and subscribe. So everyone, please stay safe out there. This is Lone Moose out. I'll see you when I do my next video.